and welcome to class. We're going to focus on our adductors and warrior two, okay? So let's have a little bit of fun with it. Let's begin with a seat. Have 2 blocks and a bolster handy. Completely optional, you don't have to have them, but it could make your practice a little bit more comfortable. Let's begin with an inhale, maybe one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and an exhale. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Last time on your own. Begin to seal the lips and breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. As you inhale and exhale, you're going to find this ujjayi breath. This just means paced breath, mighty breath. So inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4, or 5 or 6. Whatever you do on the front end, do it on the back end. And maybe today, as you inhale and exhale, you might find a word that comes to you like, I am connected, I am strong, I am powerful, I can do hard things. Whatever it is, let it kind of wash over you. On that next exhale, bring that right ear to the right shoulder. And if you have a block handy, bring it over to your left side and press your left hand into the block, trying to light up that left side body a little bit more. So, sensation you might be feeling from your ear all the way down your arm. That next exhale, bring your hand back to your lap and then grab your other block. If you have it, if you don't have it, you can just press your hand onto your lap. Press the hand into the block or onto your lap, left ear, left shoulder, right hand's pressing. Relax your jaw, your forehead. And then next inhale, bring both hands out. So maybe they're going to press into your knees or press into the blocks. Try to keep them like equal length away. Feel tall in your spine and just press into both of them. As you inhale, exhale, almost like it's giving you length in your spine as you breathe. Nice. Go ahead and relax. Right hand is coming down, left hand is reaching up and over. Maybe we're looking up. Exhale, left hand's coming down, right hand's coming up and over. Maybe we're looking up. Let's do that again. Right hand down, left hand is up and over. Maybe we find a little bit more space between the ribs and the hips. And then left hand down, right hand comes up. More space in those ribs and hips. On that next inhale, come up, bring your hands to your rib cage. Let's find a gentle seated twist. We're going to twist almost like we're opening up a jar. So it's like the twist is coming from me unlocking my spine. So we're twisting with our hands like this. And then maybe we look over that right shoulder as we twist to the right. Think about your rib cage coming down as you do this. Sometimes our ribs like to say hello and flare out like this. So come down, that'll help your spine feel a little bit more length. On that next exhale, come back to center and twist to the other side. So left elbow back, look over that left shoulder. As you inhale and exhale, come back to the word that you created or you said in your brain earlier. That next exhale, maybe you bring your blocks back to the front. You can set your elbows on them and lean forward. Relax your head, look down at your feet. Maybe we lift up a little bit, kind of finding like this little mini cat-cow. Inhaling, exhaling. Nice. Go ahead and come back to center and let's come onto hands and knees. We're going to bring our blocks with us and set them at the top of the mat. And our bolster will be a cushion under our knees. This is optional. One way I like to use my bolster is my knees are directly on top of my bolster, but if you have knee sensitivity, it might feel good to bring your knees just off the bolster so that the shins are only touching it. So you've got some options. If you have one, you could also use folded blanket, towel, pillow. So lots of options. Bring your hands to your blocks. I have them a little bit more forward than I want, so I'm going to bring them back a little bit. Inhale, drop my belly, lift my chest, my booty. Exhale, round my spine. And let's find a few cat-cows, just cycling at your own breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Finding that ujjayi breath. There's no rush to go fast. We're just taking our time, warming up our spine. Okay, now we'll stay in this cat extended version of our cat-cow. Press your hands into the blocks. Let those shoulders really come away from the ears. And then exhale, come into your cow. So let the belly drop, look up, inhale, exhale. Go ahead and sit your hips back, maybe come into a little child's pose, or we can sit onto our heels if we want to get a little bit of a foot stretch. If you struggle with plantar fasciitis, this is great. You could also kind of come like this if this version is a lot. So find a little moment to just kind of rest. You could also sit your hips up, shake out your wrists. If you're in an extended child's pose, maybe you're pressing your hands into the mat. I want to encourage you to just like take whatever I'm offering and do whatever feels right for you in your body today. On that next exhale, bring your hands back into that tabletop and let's find that kind of extended cat position. And look at your elbow pits. Let the elbows kind of come out to the sides. Now scoop in that energy and let the elbow pits come forward. And now we're in this extended cat position with the elbow pits forward. Take this energy with you. Okay, so shift back, and lift up the hands. So now we're back to that kind of peaceful warrior. I'm trying to remember. I'm so focused on my armpits that I forgot. So extend your arms out and then feel that connection right here. We're wanting a connection right there. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands right back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Let the shoulder blades open up. Squeeze them together. Let them open up. So kind of like scapular push-ups, rhomboid push-ups. Yeah? Okay. Let them extend. Let the armpits come forward. And then now, shift all your weight into that right knee and extend that left leg back. Woo-hoo. We're just kind of playing with some balance here. And then if I said right, then the left leg or the opposite leg back. That's my right. Left leg back. Bring it back. Right leg back. And then come off, shake it out. That was a lot already. Both the blocks off to the side to just kind of give you some balance to swing your right leg around. Let's come into this low lunge. We're looking forward, and then exhale, half split. Low lunge, half split. Now let's come back to our low lunge and then sit tall. And here I want you to squeeze your bum. So we're trying to light up this part of our body right here. Squeeze that bum, push your hips forward without moving. So it's like we're trying to really open up this part of our body right here. Deep inhale, exhale. We need this open when we're in Warrior Two. Yeah, let's think about that. On that next exhale, let's shift our hips back, flex this front foot. This right hip is going to want to come up. I'm not going to let it. I'm going to bring it down. So now both the hips are the same height. So this is what it wants to do. I'm just going to try to make sure that the hips are level. Flex this foot, and then almost like you have that sensation of dragging the foot back. And then have a soft bend in this knee, and then just breathe. The whole back of the leg should feel something. Maybe we flex our toes even more to help with that calf stretch. Now point flex the toes. Yeah. Come back into our low lunge. Squeeze the bum, look forward. Exhale, half split. Pull that leg back. Yeah. It's a lot of work. Both of the blocks come to the side. Swing around that right leg. Left leg now comes forward. Ooh, did you hear that pop? Okay. Find your lunge, find your half split. Just cycle through a few of these just to kind of get the movement down. So we're just kind of rocking back and forth, finding a low lunge, half split. I'll move the block so you can kind of see my leg a little bit better. Low lunge, half split. We're looking towards the top of the mat. And then we stop in our low lunge. Maybe we're using blocks for our hands. We're looking forward, maybe even hands on the hips. Again, this hip is going to want to come up. So let it come down. It really wants to come up when you extend your leg. Now squeeze this bum and then have that sensation of pushing forward, but you don't go anywhere. Yes. Breathe. Ribs are down. We're looking forward. We are strong. We are capable. We can focus. On that next exhale, both hands come down. We shift the hips back and then dig that heel in, pulling that leg back. So again, this hip probably wants to come up. So adjust. Let it know who's boss. Slight bend in this knee. Oh, pull that foot back. It's almost like this femur wants to come up here, and we just need to just get it locked into place. That's the sensation. Like we're trying to pull it back to lock it into place. On that next exhale, go ahead and set the foot down, move forward. Find that low lunge, stretch out the front side of that body. And then exhale, move the blocks back, extend the leg, shift those hips back and pull that left leg. Nice, nice. Okay, set the foot down a little bit more close and then let's stand up. So come into a stand. Maybe the blocks, they're probably gonna go up here. Okay, so we're gonna find a little goddess and we can move our bolster out of the way. So one thing I want you to think about in your goddess, a lot of times people have the booty we want to keep it in the same way where the booty comes up and down. Think about it. Maybe you do stick your booty back just a little, shifting it back. This will help open up these knees because what happens is the knees tend to turn in like this. So here's your setup. Both toes are pointing towards the corners of your mat. And then as you lower down, you can kind of stick the booty back a little bit and then think about those knees opening up and then push that big toe into the mat and then squeeze your bum So allow that femur to kind of lock back in. It's that same sensation that we had before. It's like we want the femurs in the hips. We want to provide that stability. So maybe we lower down a little bit more, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit more. And then exhale, go ahead and straighten out the legs. And then if you have your blocks handy, we can find a little forward fold. So point your toes a little bit more in and then bring your blocks maybe to the top of the mat, maybe to the side of the mat, and find a forward fold. Maybe bend the elbows, come up, down. So we want to stretch these adductors. How are we going to do that? We're going to do that by shifting the weight to the right knee, bending it, and then lengthening out this leg. So what does that look like from this angle? So if we're shifting forward, we're bending going this way, and then bending going this way. We're going to want to do this. Try to keep the hips neutral. Bend this way, bend this way. So it's almost like they're on the same level with one another, and we're trying to push this foot in to get a stretch right here. Yeah? Try to activate the legs without twisting. We're not trying to jerk our joints around. We're trying to stretch in an active way. This is going to help keep sustainable joints. Yeah? Bend that left leg, bend the right leg. Going back and forth a few more times just to kind of stretch out your adductors. We want them to be open. And if you have blocks, this is what it would look like with blocks. Ooh. So pushing the inside of the foot and the outside of the foot into the mat for that extended leg, and then slowly gliding it over, doing the same thing, other side. Nice. You can heel toe your feet, come in a little bit, and then roll yourself all the way up. Okay, shake it out. Now, I want to play with a little bit of balance before we jump into Warrior Two. So, stand on one leg, lift up this opposite leg. We're not going anywhere in particular. We're just trying to open up. Maybe the knee is coming up, maybe it extends, and then set it down. Let's try the other side. So it's kind of like an open tree pose, kind of like a half moon variation. There's not really like a pose that we're doing. We're just playing with balance for a second. And this will kind of come into play in just a second. So, okay. So I do have blocks at the top of my mat, but I am going to set them aside just so I don't injure myself. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to come into that one leg. So this is the back of your Warrior Two, and I want this leg to reach the top, but I want it to be so soft. Soft. It doesn't matter how far you get. The whole goal here is to just kind of play with the stance. That's where we're going. So then bend into the knee and then come back. And play with coming back, okay? So we're not even getting really into the pose. We're just playing to get in, yes? And then come out. And then get back in. And then get back out. So, one side, right? Let's do the other side. So I'm at the other side of my mat. I'm gonna lift up, lean back maybe, and bend enough to where this foot comes forward and then come back ever so gently back to stand. Let's play again. Lift up, open, point. Did I make it? Let me tell you, I have knee problems, and keeping the knees engaged in a playful motion is important. You don't have to step out that far. If you have knee problems, this is what it might look like. Yeah? We're gentle, we're soft, we're doing all the things. We're doing it within the range of motion that we have today, okay? All right, shake it out. Now let's put it all together, so to speak. So I'm gonna keep blocks right here. I'm gonna adjust my bra top because and now I want you to playfully get into your warrior two. Yes? And think about your feet. So now we're in our warrior two. Adjust. Does my feet need to be more close? Does my feet need to be further away? Adjust. Plant your feet down and then engage those muscles in ways that we did before already. Remember, we push that big toe down, push that big toe down. Femurs are coming into my hips. It's almost like we're trying to lock them in. It's almost like we're trying to like squeeze our feet together, but they don't move. Yeah? And then reach our arms. Let's reach them out and let those shoulder blades open up. Armpits are moving forward, and then move them out to the side. Straighten out the hands. Yeah, you notice how that might feel a little bit different? Look over that right middle finger. This is what we want to be on, armpits. Armpits, turn them on, and then look over that right middle finger. Oh, push into that foot. Open up that adductor. Open it up. And then exhale. This front foot is coming forward. And then we're going to forward fold. Maybe elbows come down. We can do that same adductor stretchy move. Whew. Yeah. We can also just stay still. Plant the hands. Come all the way back up. We'll do the other side. We're not going to bounce on this one. We'll do it at the very end, okay? Okay. So, foot is digging in, back foot is digging in, squeezing all the things. My knee wants to come out and I'm squeezing it in. I know, it's like opposing forces. It's like this. This is the kind of like open and close. So this is closed, this is open. And then arms come out. Let those shoulder blades come apart. Let the elbows come out a little bit. And then reach your hands off to the side. Point the fingertips and look over that left middle finger. Breathe. Ribs down. Squeeze all the things. And then turn that front foot to the front. Let's find your forward fold again. Elbows might come down. Wiggle, wiggle. Maybe bend. Press that opposite foot in. Bend, press that opposite foot in. Nice. Okay, now we get to rise up, come out of it the opposite way. So bend this back knee, bend this front foot, lift up, whoa, hover, and set it down. Yes, you did that, babes. All right, let's take a moment, a little bit of closure. Find your mountain. Stand tall on your mountain. Let it feel good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Amazing. If you need a longer Shavasana, please take that for yourself. But thank you so much for practicing with me today. Bring your thumbs to your middle eye. The divine light within me honors the divine light within each and every one of you. Thanks, babes. And if you like me, you like my vibe, don't forget to like, share, comment. Let me know what you think of yoga practices just like this and what you want to see next, as well as check out what my offerings are down below, because I do have a membership and it's only $10 a month. So you can get everything ad-free plus extra bonus classes. And then you also should check out my retreats. I just launched Patagonia and I think a few spots are left. So if you want to travel with me, let's go to Patagonia, babes. Ooh, and there's a spot left for Canada. So check that out down below. I'll see you on the next one, babes. Bye.